What's up everyone, this is Ty with IGN and I'm here to talk to you about Project Gotham 2's Cat and Mouse game for Xbox Live. If you've played PGR2 but haven't played Cat and Mouse, you're missing the whole game. Basically, Cat and Mouse is a game of teams. You get one teammate and that person either picks a cat or a mouse, be it a slow car or a fast car. Our cars in this case are the Mini Cooper and the Enzo Ferrari. The purpose of the mice is to make it to the finish line. The purpose of the cats is to prevent those mice that aren't on their team from making it to the finish line. And the fun part of this is that the mice are generally slower cars than the cats. So it's a pretty interesting disparity because the cats can catch up to the mice without even breaking a sweat. However, the mice can also probably slow down faster and whatnot and just make it a hell of a lot more difficult for the cars to catch up or to make them spin out. This is a little interesting because using the S2000 being a rear-wheel drive car, it's a lot easier for the cats to make a mice spin out. Here goes a bass player trying to catch up to one of the mice and hopefully make him spin out just like I did right now. The thing about Cat and Mouse is that it's not a normal racing game. You're going to bash into other players, people are going to slam into you whether you're a cat or mouse, and it's a whole hell of a lot of fun. I mean, nothing beats slamming into a mouse at 200 miles an hour and just watching them spin out. In this case, I'm the mouse and I'm trying to avoid being spun out by one wily cat. It's quite an experience on Xbox Live, and what's cool is you can actually talk to your teammate and tell them that you need help or whatnot. But when you're being the cat, what's great is that you're just harassing, hindering, and just being a general ass and bastard trying to prevent these mice from making it to the finish line, just like I did right there. And you can either choose to go straight for the first guy in first place, or you can kind of badger anybody who isn't in first place and kind of ensure your teammate's lead. We've made it a little more challenging right here for the cats by adding a little bit of rain to the track. As you can see right here, I'm getting a little bit of squirrely and not exactly entirely in control. If you've played PGR2, you know how the tracks, you know how the cars handle. It's a fun game, but Cat and Mouse, there's no way to describe it. I mean, when you slam into somebody just like I did right now, it's so much fun, and you can hear them on the other end screaming and yelling and having as much of a good time. And there's a lot of strategy involved in Cat and Mouse. For instance, right here, I'm trying to give my buddy Big Mac a little bit of a push, but we have an opponent here trying to make Big Mac spin out. So part of the thing when you're a cat is you're also blocking for your own mouse right here. And it's easy enough to deal with one cat, but then when you've got two, it's a whole other story. I'm not doing so well and actually bump my own teammate right here. Once again here, I'm giving my little Big Mac a bit of a shove, because a Mini doesn't go much faster than 120 or 130, so getting past that speed to try to break a little distance between the competition isn't so easy. But it isn't just Mini Coopers or S2000. You can pick whatever car you want to be a cat or a mouse. In this case, we picked the Beetle, make it a little interesting. The car doesn't handle that well, it's not too fast, but it's all about trying to outwit and outsmart these cars that have 200, 300, 400 horsepower more than the mice. Sometimes the mice can be SUVs, they can be convertibles or whatnot. It's just up to whoever you're playing with. And it's a really good way to break away from the monotony of just trying to race and get to the finish line and make that fastest lap. It's also really fun just to see what's going on around you as you're racing right here. I'm not in first place, or I wasn't, and you can see that the cats are always going to try to get that first place leader and knock them out, just as they did with me right now. So sometimes the best place to be is last, as I am right here. You can see the battle going on up ahead of me. You just got to find that one little opening, and if you do, sometimes that's the difference between a win and a loss. So we'll try to see if we can sneak by all these guys, but it looks like my own teammates preventing me from sneaking past Johnny. But you never know how it'll turn out. This is near the end of the race, and you can play cat and mouse on any track, but Nür in Germany is actually pretty fun. This is the final stretch right here. Here's where things get interesting. It's between me and Sword, and Big Mac takes him out like the trash. I've got two cats behind me, and I'm not sure at this time if I would have won or not, but this is one way to have a photo finish. Knock me over, drop it in reverse, and win backwards. The first mouse across this finish line wins it for the whole team. That's cat and mouse. You should give it a shot.
This is full of shit. Man. Fuck.